Peace and blessings, and welcome yet again, guys, to yet another episode where our topic of discussion today says that what do you really want? Have you ever been asked that question? What do you really want? What is it that you want to accomplish in your life? What is it that you really want from life? What do you really want? Now, I'm not talking about cars. I'm not talking about material things. I'm asking you the question today. What do you really want? What is the one thing that you desire the most in your life? The one thing that you always think about when you go to sleep and say, if I could do this, if I could perform this certain type of activities, if I could go to this certain place, if I could perform in that certain place, if I could showcase my art, if I could be in front of people and show people that I can do this kind of things. What is it that you really want in life? That is the question of our topic of discussion today. What do you really want? Now, before we move on, point number 1 then says, if you don't know who you are, how will you know what you want? Guys, now straight into the deep end. If you don't know who you are, how will you know what you want? Sometimes we think that we want certain things in our lives, but the things that we want is just a relative or is just a reflection of the things that we've been fed. It is not necessarily what we want in life, but it is a reflection of what we've been fed to think that we want. Does it make sense? How can you yourself know what you want if you don't know who you are? The child of a king wants something different, totally different from the child of the servant. What do you really want? And if you don't know who you are, how will you know what you want? How will you know that this is what I really want to do? Now, guys, another point number 2 then says that what we think we want is simply what we think we want based on who we think we are. So if you're not in touch with the true, authentic essence of who you are, how will you know what you really want? Guys, what you just established before, if you're not in touch of the true essence of who you really are, how will you know what you want? Are you the person that you've proclaimed yourself to be in this present moment? Are you that person that you show people? You know, usually they say people have 3 lives. They have the private life, they have the secret life, and they have the public life. People are living 3 different lives at the same time: public, private, and secret. People have those 3 different lives. Now, I want to ask you today, the things that you want, are they in relative to your public life? Are they are they in parallel, or is there a parallel line between the public life, the private life, or as well the secret life? The things that you want to accomplish in your life, is it relative to all these 3 things, or this is in alignment with one part of each life that you are living in your life? Is that what you really want to do? The things that you want to accomplish in the public state, is that what you really want to do? Is that what you really want in life? Or that's what you just want because of the public figure that you've made people to believe that you are? The things that you want as well, is it just what you really want? Or those are the things that you want because of what your secret life says it wants? The things that you say you want as well, are those things that you really want? Is that what you really want? Or that's what your private life is saying, I want to accomplish in my life? What is it that you really, 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 really want? You know, let me give you an example. You know, when I was young, I used to want to get 2 pieces of chicken. You know, this might sound something out of this world or something extraordinary, but I used to want 2 pieces of chicken. Or the reason why I wanted to be an adult is because I wanted to eat 2 pieces of chicken. I'll be like, one day when I'm old, when I'm becoming adult, I'm also going to have 2 pieces of chicken. Because when you're young, you would realize that the adults are getting 2 pieces of chicken and you were only getting one. So you started to say, you know what, I want to be an adult because now I can also get 2 pieces of chicken. But did I really want 2 pieces of chicken? Or I wanted to be an adult? Did I really want to be an adult? Or the reason why I wanted to be an adult was because I wanted 2 pieces of chicken? This makes you to think, like, the things that I want, why do I want them? What is the driving force behind the things that I want? Is this what I really want to accomplish in my life? Is this what I really genuinely want in my life? And that's the question that I'm posing to you today. What is it that you really, really want? Have you ever taken a pause and say, but why do I want this thing? Why? Why do I want it? Is it because maybe I'm reflecting to something or I'm reacting to something? Why do you want it? That's why there's so many marketing ads, guys, on every single channel. They're busy pushing things to you so that you can want them. There are things that you don't even need that you end up buying because the marketing ad made it seem like you need that thing in your life. But did you really take a pause and say, before this thing came, I was totally fine, or I just bought it on impulse because it was advertised to me? And this is how the marketing, and there's nothing wrong with marketing companies or anything like that, but buy things that you really want. That's the point I'm trying to bring to you today. What is it that you really want, guys? Now, another one. Now, this one might be contradictory. Why do you want to go to heaven? Why? Why do you want to go to heaven? You've heard the story of saying, or you've heard the saying, or when you read the Bible, you've heard people say, there will be streets of gold. There will be this and this of gold. You'll be walking on gold. But why do you want to go to heaven? Perhaps the reason why you want to go and walk on streets of gold is because right now you cannot afford to have gold. Maybe the reason why you want to go to heaven as well is because now you are poor. So now you want to go and walk on streets of gold. But is that really what you want? Do you want to go to heaven because you want to go to heaven? Or you want to go to heaven because you're running away from poverty? What do you really want? Why do you want to go to heaven? Why? Why? I was thinking about this the other day, and I was having the conversation with God, and I was saying to God, but God, if I have gold on earth, if I can decorate my house with things of gold, clearly there has to be something more to heaven than just gold, streets of gold. Because if I can have those things on earth, clearly that will not be a driving factor for me to go to heaven. There has to be something more than that. These are just conversations I have with God on a time to time. And guys, you cannot just make it your main goal to go to heaven because you're running away from poverty. No, guys, there's abundance of everything on earth. There's nothing that you can lack because God is everything. Actually, not only is God everything, but everything is in God. That's why God even says, look at the cattle on the hill. They are all mine. All the minerals, they are all mine. Everything belongs to God. So how can we lack when God is on our side? Guys, we're about to wrap up our episode for today. The conclusion of the matter is surrender, my friends. For you to be able to know what you really want, you need to surrender, my dear friends. You need to let go of whatever misconceptions. You need to let go of whatever ideas or ideologies that have been fed upon your mind to make you think that you want certain kinds of things. You need to submit unto the Lord, guys, and He would direct your paths. He will show you the way. You will then ask from the point of genuine. You ask from a point of authenticity, guys. You not ask from a point of trying to fulfill the ego and trying to fulfill other people's desires and trying to show other people that you are making it in life, but you ask from an authentic state. And that's what God wants from us, to ask from the authentic state according to His will. That's why He says that if you ask anything according to His will, He shall do it. And according to His will, probably that's what you really want to do in your own life. But unless you discover that, how will you know what you really want in this life? But instead of asking yourself, what do I want in this life? Guys, ask yourself this question: what does life really want from me? Shift of perspective. What does life really want from me? Why am I here? What am I here to accomplish? In other words, become water, my friends. Be adaptable to situations. If you put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. If you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Always be adaptable, my friends. If you approach and find yourself in the company of people who are less privileged, it is not for you to show them that you know better. But remember, become water, my friends, and be adaptable to that situation. What do you really want? And like we said in the end, shift the perspective. Instead of saying, what do I really want? Start asking the question, what does life really want from me? Why am I here? What am I here to accomplish? What message am I here to bring? For remember, you're only here for a short period of time, and you only have a short amount of time to complete what you've been sent here to accomplish. For remember, a season and a time for everything. A season and a time for everything. So instead of asking, what do I really want? Start asking the question, what does life really want from me? And what am I here to accomplish? Now, guys, that's just the end of our message for today. And I pray that may the Spirit of God and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you now and forevermore. Now, until we meet again on the next episode, it's been a pleasure. And now, until next time, ciao.